bad day? You think because it's Monday, it's automatically a bad day. But how about going out to your place when you do business, play, where you have a great time all the time? You take your $5,000 setup, put it up in the air, take one picture. One. And then your $5,000 setup is attacked by a buzzard. The part that sucks the most, or the thing that keeps flashing in my head, is it may have been worth it if it was running video at the time of the collision or the attack. But I was taking stills. I was taking photographs of the overhead of the Big 3 training center. While I was up there, I don't know if this buzzard, I'm not really sure what was happening, but I watched it happen. Everything seemed to go in slow motion. But because I don't have video, I don't have anything to share with you guys to at least show proof of what happened. But here it is, my Inspire 1, pile of junk now. Right now it is. I'm gonna send it back in and see what kind of work can be done, or if it's a total loss, see if it can be repaired. The left arm, cracked. One propeller was missing, the other 3 were still there. I'm assuming that's what the buzzard actually hit and destroyed. We have some lower frame damage. The landing gear setup completely shot. The axle or whatever that is in there is actually bent, I can tell. My GPS stayed in place. So did my nut tracker, that was there. That's in the truck somewhere now at this point. But yeah, that's the kind of day I had. But I'm alive, so I'm good. There's a way to recover from this. It may cost money, but money is something that I can always get. It didn't land on my head, but watching it tumble from the sky in slow motion, I mean, it landed in an open field at the Big 3 training center, and it wasn't even hard to find. I could have probably run under it to catch it, but because the blades were still spinning and because of the size of this thing, I would have probably been dead. But there's a plus side to all of this. Not really. Into this. Now, real quick, this is a Members Mark case. I think that's who makes it. Members Mark. I got this at Sam's Club last week. I got 2 of them. Went back to get 2 more. They were gone. But I'm glad I at least got 2 of them. Members Mark case. Lockable. Has the air seal, so you can turn this knob and let the pressurize it or depressurize it, or whatever the terminology is. So I would be quite confident using this as a travel case for any electronics or anything special, firearms, if I wanted. But when I first got them, they were $19.99. I thought, you know what, let me grab 2. It has pluckable foam. This will be great. I'll figure out what I'm going to use it for later. And today, what I'm going to use it for actually showed up. Now, looking at this, you probably don't know what it is. It's kind of a out with the old, in with the new kind of day. The only thing is the old is quite more expensive than the new. But today, my DJI OSMO Mobile showed up. Now, those of you that might not know, I am a gear whore, but not the kind of gear whore in this industry that you're used to seeing, such as the guy who has all of the Gucci cam and all the other stuff. No, the gear I like is electronics, gadgets. And what you see here is the DJI Osmo, the first Osmo that they came out with. Uses the gimbal and camera from the Inspire 1. Ooh, plastic bits. Sadly, the camera and gimbal from the Inspire 1 didn't make it. The gimbal is just totally destroyed, as is the casing on the camera. The camera might still be fine, we don't know. But speaking of which, here's the memory card slot. A lot of dirt, a lot of junk, but the card seems to be intact. We'll get that one picture off. I mean, literally one picture, folks. So we'll get that off later. But yes, this used to attach to this, and you would have your 4K Inspire 1 gimbal Osmo camera setup. Now we have pile of junk 2, pile of junk 1 for the DJI Osmo Mobile. Okay. That's better. So I was able to play with this a little bit today. Got it all set up, cased it up, was gonna use it out at the range, but once the drone got attacked and came down, all bets were off. I said, you know what? Let's not gamble with the universe any further. Let's just cut our losses and head on home. But the DJI OSMO Mobile, what this allows you to do is to use your cell phone camera on a gimbal device, such as this one. And I think this was $2.99. But while I was at it, I also purchased the base or the stand or whatever you want to call it for the selfie stick monopod. I'm not really sure what this classifies as because it has so many different uses. Right, and that screws onto this. Or not. It's supposed to screw onto there. But that's the kind of day that I'm having, folks. Locks into place. Well, let's bring this back down. And then this screws onto this. And then you have a tripod monopod set up for your handheld gimbal. And with the cameras on the cell phones these days, I thought this is a must-have. Only thing is, I thought it was a little bit more expensive than it needed to be. But then when you think about the cost of a gimbal, a quality gimbal, then I guess the cost is on par. So with all of this stuff that I have now, I'm ready for Big 3 East next week. I'll have to borrow a drone from someone else. A lot of family members have these drones or these UAVs, so I should be good to go for the event. And as far as camera setups, I still have the A6300, the Sony mirrorless camera that we're using for this video, as well as 2 Nikon DSLRs, quite a few lenses, and now the OSMO Mobile. So I should be good. I'm down one camera, one angle, but you know what? I just got to get it back up and running. You spend a lot of money on something, you have to be prepared to repair it or, you know, make the investment to keep it up and running. So we will. But because of all of these accessories that I have for the original OSMO, like the batteries, I had 4 batteries total for that. This one came with another battery, and they're all the same. So they use all the chargers that I have, and they can all work interchangeably. I also have the wiring kit that I can use my Inspire 1 batteries with it to power these Osmos, or I have a conversion kit that I did with a power inverter and a 12-volt battery that I can lug around. It's not too heavy, and I can use that if I want to record anything long. Now, one of these batteries is supposed to give you 3 to 4 hours of record time with the OSMO Mobile setup. So we'll see how that works. And yeah, this is Schwell. I hope you're all out there having fun, being safe, and also being responsible when I hit you with the 2 fingers. Later.